I literally used to be the same as you guys. As you can see, I got a band-aid on my face, and that's only because I got a new piercing. But anyways, I'm not even gonna blame you guys for today. Like, a lot of people was trying to trade consolidation or trying to trade a market where it wasn't moving. You have to remember, like, the trades that you get into, they're gonna be like easy. Like, they're gonna be like if you get into a trade, it should honestly move smooth, like, because remember, you're trying to trade with the trend. Whatever's trending is going to move so smooth. Like, you don't have to worry about, oh, is it trying to chop back up, is it not really moving? Like, because if price is going to trend, it's going to go in one direction. So a lot of people just kind of need to work on that, like knowing when to trade, when not to trade. Like today, I got in my gold trade. I got in for a gold sell, and it kept sitting at this support level at, like, what was it? It kept sitting at like 3,295, and it just sat there the whole time, like just kept rejecting. I'm in that sell, and it keeps rejecting the downside. So now I'm like, okay, there's not enough volume. Even though we're trading in New York session, I can visually see that price isn't really trying to make that move. It's really not trying to go down. And if it breaks under there and I see that there's still some volume, then I'll probably take another sell. But I closed out at like a break even. And I was like, all right, I'm done for the day, because price is showing me that it doesn't want to go down. So why am I trying to force price to go down? You cannot force price to do whatever you want it to do, because then you're just, to be honest, look at it like this. Like, you can't force a girl or a man to be your girlfriend and boyfriend. Like, you can't force this trade to go in your direction just because you want it to. Maybe it doesn't want to go down quite yet. It might go down in the future, later on, tomorrow, but it doesn't want to go down right now. So why are you trying to force it? So I took the day off, did a little bit of shopping. I think I'm gonna go to LA this weekend for a friend's birthday party. And then I probably got like some stuff I gotta do in Boston, because I haven't seen my friend in like 2 years. He's been in the army. So I'm gonna go see him in Boston this upcoming Monday. So I've just been kind of, chilling, relaxing, because, sometimes you just need to take a slow, like, you travel, and you just gotta have that one period where you're just like, just chilling and doing your own thing. Also as well, with traveling and trading, I think traveling and trading is so much fun. Especially because you gotta remember, bro, how you can pretty much do, like, I want you to, like, remember, as a trader, your job is not supposed to just be sitting at the charts all day. You don't want to do that. Like today, some people, like, I remember when I was a beginner and I didn't know, like, to, like, not every day is a trading day. I had to get that rule through my head. And I used to sit at my computer for like the whole New York session. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm sitting there just on my computer the whole time. And then over time I started to see, like, you really can't make price move. You can't make it move. Get that, you just get that in your head and everything becomes better, because if you know price isn't going to move and it's telling you, like, hey, I'm not ready to move yet, and you, like, overall build that habit of telling yourself that price isn't gonna move when it's gonna move whenever it wants to, then you start to get off the charts more. I kept getting off the charts when price wasn't making any movements, because I would rather take no trade than lose money on a random stupid trade, Like, I would rather take no trade and make no money than lose money. Your overall goal, hold on, let me get this back right. Your overall goal is to be consistent. And consistency doesn't mean every single day. Like, try to get in, really make a goal for yourself. Like, I would say start off with like 3 setups a month, like 3 A+ setups a month. Like, bro, you gotta remember, bro, the fish is way bigger than what you see on Instagram. I think a lot of people try to, like, do this, like, scalping shouldn't even be a thing. Like, scalping is like some fucking, honestly, I'm gonna be so honest, like, now that I think about it, but I don't know, because people always want to be like, let's trade like the banks, And then again, I even think they hold for long periods of time from a great distance, like daily time frame type stuff. They're holding for big points because they're making the big pushes, the big trends. So scalping, when you think about it, it's like, scalping is so risky. Why would you do that as a beginner? Why would you do yourself like that? Why not just trade the trend, hold it until prices gets to a certain level of buyers or sellers, and then close? Cause think about it, bro. Think about it. If you actually actually think about it, bro. If you hold a trade for like 2-3 days and you get like at least 500 pips or like 500 points out of it, like actually think about that, bro. With like, even with like a one lot, because like if you can't trade a one lot on gold, I use liquid, by the way, so if you can't trade a one lot on gold, you got bigger things to worry about. You got bigger things to worry about. Actually, no, I think it's a 0.5. All right, 0.5 is like that. That's where you need to be. So stack your capital up, learn. People come and try to take the test. They try to straight trade and they don't know anything. That's stupid. But yeah, stack your capital on the side, learn. Stack up like 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, and then start your account from there. I feel like every year it starts to get bigger and bigger because the markets start getting freaking crazier and crazier. So what I would say is, like, you definitely need to build that capital first outside of trading. While you're doing that, you're learning how to trade. You can go on demo account, or you can just do like a position tool on TradingView and just, during live markets be like, hey, this is where I'm gonna get in, this is my stop, and just do it like that if you don't want to do a demo account. And just learn for like 2 months, maybe 1 month, 2 months. It shouldn't take like all that, but 1 month, 2 months. And then you start getting consistent. You start seeing, okay, I understand. Like, you just need to understand what's going on. I think that's the biggest thing. You don't have to be right off bat. Like, you don't have to be smacking hella trades like me, but you just need to like at least understand. I think that's what people kind of, you need to break it down in smaller steps. You don't need to be making 5,000 right off bat. You just need to understand. You need to understand what's going on. Once you understand what's going on and you kind of know, all right, this is where I should be entering, you start understanding that part, I think everything will just be 10 times. Like, start there first. Like, for all the beginners, start there first. Start at like, do I at least know what trend we're on, or what direction price is gonna go for the next 3 to 4 days? If you can answer that and then you understand it, then you can move on to the next step. All right, let me start getting into these trades. Let me start putting my stop loss TP. Let me start getting into these trades. And then if those are working, if you're making money off of that, you might as well just move up to the next one. All right, boom, I understand it. I know where to get in, I know where to get out. Now let's make some money. Now let's make some money, because now in the beginning you take all that pressure off of you. You don't want a lot of pressure. This is how you move a little bit faster, like real shit. This is how you're gonna move faster. Break it down into them small steps. Once you break it down into those steps, like I just mentioned, then once you feel like you understand it, then you feel like you know where to get in, where to get out, where to, put your trades, then you start coming in with money goals. Okay, I already know what to do. Let me try to aim for 100 a day, or 100 every trade you take. You take 2 or 3 trades a week, 2 or 3 setups a week, boom. That's $300 that week, boom, all right? And I know it's not a lot, but you're working your way into it. That's first week. If you do good first week, try one more week, or you can go right into the next week, or right into the next level. So boom, you do another week, so 2 weeks, and you make $600. The first week you made $100 per trade, you took 3 setups. You do the same thing next week, right? Now you make $600. Now you can put a little bit more on. Let's say you want to risk, this time you want to risk, $100 per trade. You got $600 in buffer. So what that basically means is you're already $600 in profit. And that's if you make every trade, but let's just say you're doing good and you're hitting some good trades, right? Then you scale up. Okay, I want to risk $100 per trade, 1 to 3 setup, 1 to 4 setup. Now you can make $400 per trade. Boom, 3 trades, you're already making $700. And if you could do that the next following week, you got another $700. And to be honest, if you're learning and you're doing these numbers now, and you're just at the small base, and I know it sounds like I'm trying to make it sound super simple, but it is super simple. Like a lot of people try to complicate it like it's hard to become profitable or hard to become consistent and quit your job, but it's not. You're overthinking it for no reason. You're literally overthinking everything for no reason. You're overthinking your strategy. You're overthinking ICC. You're overthinking how to quit. You're overthinking trading in general. You're just overthinking life. You need to stop that. Just simplify it. Just literally just take the time to even fucking ChatGPT. ChatGPT, what's the most simplest way to become a trader? What do I have to do to become a full-time trader? Yada yada. But the way that I would say, because I don't know what ChatGPT is gonna give you, but what I would say is take your whatever if you work, if you don't have a fucking job, go get a job, bro. Go get a job, go freelance, go do something. Because I see a lot of people always say, oh, I need capital. Oh, I need capital. Bro, just go get a fucking job, work for a little bit, excuse my language, but just go work. Like, bro, stop crying that you have to go to work in the morning. Use that, budget your money, and if you're older, obviously there's some way around it. I mean, bro, you're gonna have to sacrifice something. If you really want this life, you're really gonna have to sacrifice something for my older people out there. Some of you guys be like, oh, I got kids or I got this. Hey man, look like you finna be busting 3-4 jobs then. Hey man, you're gonna be tired, but look, bro, you gotta do what you got. If you really wanna get somewhere and you're saying, oh, I don't have enough to budget, there's always a way to budget, trust me, even if it's $50, like it's gonna take you longer, but to be honest, I'm gonna be so blunt with you guys. I understand life can be hard. I understand that life can be a certain way. And I'm saying this because I came from nothing too. But sometimes, don't take my words out of the context, but sometimes we've put our own self in the predicaments we are in. If that makes sense. Like we've put ourselves in predicaments that we are. Sometimes others put predicaments, but all our actions are consequence. They have consequences. So you cannot be mad at nobody but yourself because you went down this path. And like I said, sometimes life just hits us out of nowhere and something happens randomly. That's okay. I understand, but there's a way out of things. You just have to actually process it through and think about different ways. There's so many different ways that you can make money in this world because most of y'all problems probably come from not having money. That's okay. Money is something that the world put in this life, or like what has been put in this earth to just say, oh, you have this much money so you can do this. Everything has a value on it is basically what I'm trying to say. And I understand that. But like there's certain things that you've put yourself in, such as like loans or like debt in some cases. Like some of you guys go and get these credit cards and you know you ain't got no money and you still and you start adding more. Now you can't pay that credit card off, so now you got to get another credit card and you're just adding different things. Or you get a place and you can no longer pay rent for it. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes, and yeah, some people, we get laid off of jobs or something. Like I understand that. But bro, if I get laid off of a job, best believe I'm trying to do something. Like it could be anything. That same night I get fired, bro, I'm already putting in 10 applications. I'm looking online how to make money. Like I'll be doing anything. I'll start selling shit. Like I'll just start selling anything, you know? So like at that point, you just have to really like, honestly, I'm just trying to be blunt as possible, bro. You have no excuse. Like you have no excuse. You just gotta figure out something. Figure out something. Make it work, but make it simple for yourself. Don't overcomplicate things. If you need capital, jobs, freelancing, go do something. Somebody needs something. Somebody needs help with something, right? Go figure it out. Go find it, right? Don't leech off of people, but go find who needs help. Help them out. They pay you back, whatever. You build up. You start stacking. Once you start stacking, you're learning on the side. So you're doing your side hustles, you're doing your job, and you should be learning how to trade and pick up that extra skill. I'm saying this because I did it before. I've already done it. I've worked 2 jobs. I was trying to pick up a 3rd one, but my schedule was so tight, I couldn't even do it. I worked 2 warehouse jobs, both of them 12-hour shifts. So yeah, just make it happen. And while I'm doing that, of course, you're not gonna be sleeping like that, or you're not gonna be eating like that, because you're gonna be on go, 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 go. But I promise you, if you actually stick to it and you fucking push through that shit, you just need to push through for 3 months with discipline. Literally 3 months with discipline. Okay, I'm not gonna spend this bread, I'm gonna throw this to the side. Literally live off of $20, bro. If you get paid $500, you need to be trying to live off of $20. For my older people, and live off of $20 for anybody that's 20, 21, 22, or 18, 19, 20. If you're one of those ages, you need to be living off of $20 and going to work and making like 500 or 600 or 700. Try to push that in any means. And yeah, if you have parents you live with and you got to pay bills or whatever the case is, pick up fucking 2 jobs. One can help with the bills, one can help you with trading. And you just need to literally do that for like 2 months, 3 months. Literally, like, I don't know how to put it, bro. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, all you gotta do is do it for 3 months. Like, literally just do it for 3 months. Stack up. Literally be so strict on yourself. Do it for 3 months. While you're doing those 3 months, you're learning, not blowing your bread on trading. Stop trading if you don't know how to trade yet. It's literally dumb. You're wasting money. We all waste money, but I'm telling you now to stop doing it until you know you're ready. Just think about it, right? Think about it. All the times if you've been trading for more than, let's say, a year now, comment. You don't even gotta comment. If you do want to comment, you can, but comment how much money you think you've lost in the past couple of years that you've been trading. There's some people that have been trading for 8 years. Some people have been trading for 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. We've all lost money. But some of you guys that are trading for more than a year, to be honest, like I said, everybody has a different learning curve, but I feel like a year in, it's the same way with a job. Like, yeah, you get this new job, in the first couple of weeks, they're teaching you how to do things, you're learning things, you're finding things, but in 3 to 6 months, you're gonna kind of have a hang of the job, and you're gonna know stuff, and you're gonna know all the little tips and tricks and stuff in the job. So I feel like trading is the same way. I feel like anything is the same way. Like in the beginning of the school year for math, right? You don't really know the algebra. You really don't know the equations. But like a couple weeks in of doing it over and over, you start to get a feel for it, right? So trading's the same way. Like I feel like if you're like even 6 months in, a year in, you should already have like a feel, a flow to it. You're kind of getting it. You're not making a lot of money, but you understand. There's no way you should be losing. There's no way. So with that being said, since I'm saying there's no way, I want today to be day one for you again. I want you to literally erase everything from your mind. Don't even think, because some of you guys try to mix different strategies together. Literally, if you're not profitable, or if you're not consistently making money every single week, every single month, today is your start over. Literally, just start here. Start over. Literally, comment. Yeah, matter of fact, comment this. Comment starting over or something like that, or restart or something. Cause listen. You've probably been in the game for a year plus, and you've looked at all the gurus and you've been following all these people, but some of these people are just here to only sell you a course. Like, really think about it, bro. Think about all the courses that are out there. Literally think about it. Like, literally think about it in your head. Like, just actually think about it. All the influencers you've been in the trade, like, oh my God. I just want you guys to despise the course sellers like me. I want you guys to hate the gurus as much as I do. Because if you actually think about it, these guys have been in the game for 8+ years and their life just gets better and better. And you're just basically sitting there like a groupie. At this point, you're basically sitting there like a groupie because they're just selling you all these different courses and you still not really leveling up. And even then, some people actually kind of make it out of their courses. Some, not too many. Not too many people make it out. And it's like, you got to really think about it. Not everybody's winning. And the people that are kind of winning, they're not really winning for long. They're winning for a little bit, maybe a year in, 2 years in, and then they start to slowly go back downhill, and they're kind of using the money that they already made. And I've seen it. Like, once again, I'm not trying to discredit anybody. I've seen a couple profitable traders come out of there, but the game doesn't last long. I teach consistency, not just like, oh, my student made 10,000 this month, but next month you'll never hear about him again type shit. Like, oh no. So it's like, you just gotta despise these people, because it's like, why would you charge somebody so much money in order to just change their life? Why would you charge somebody so much money in order to just change their life? Like, you can just sit down and give them a couple words, and it just changes their life for themselves, their family, and everything. Why would I charge you something that you probably don't even have in order just for you to feed your family? Like, that's fucked up. Isn't that not fucked up? In what world is that not fucked up? That's fucked up. Like, if I could just share a piece of information with you that you could just take it and go feed your family with it, why wouldn't I do that if I'm in the position to do that? Even just share some words. I'm not talking about money. Please, once again, do not ask me for money on Instagram. You will get blocked. But I share that knowledge because that knowledge, you can just take it and then you can use it to go feed your family. And you're set for life. Like, I never understand that. Maybe I'm tripping. Isn't that fucked up though? Cause like, me gatekeeping information, what is that gonna do for me? Like, damn, that's like somebody asking, yo bro, you know how to get to the nearest McDonald's? Nah, bruh. If you want me to answer that question, it's gonna be 3,000. Nigga, I'm gonna put in a GPS. That's exactly what you should be saying. The next time a guru charges for a course or something, I want you guys to be like, I want you guys to think, why the fuck would I buy a course from this dude when I can just learn from Trades by Ty on YouTube for free? It's the same thing. Why would I pay you $100 just to find out where the McDonald's is when I could just type it in my GPS? Why would I come to you and get charged $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 just to learn how to trade when I can just learn it for free? So I rest my case. All right, guys. So today we're gonna go over just a little bit of gold, just to kind of show you what has been going on for the past 24 hours. All right. So first of all, the last session, price ended up selling off, which we was able to catch. Once again, if you're not in the Telegram, I would suggest joining the Telegram. But yesterday's trade was just basically price pushing up, going on this uptrend. Once it was going on this uptrend, New York session came in. We had that first drop, which ended up making that swing low. And then we have our swing high. So in this standpoint, we have this, because I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Once again, if you want to see all the trades that I take, it's most likely going to be on the Telegram or on my Instagram story, where I post it before it happens and then post after it happens too as well. But we ended up getting that high before New York session. Once New York session started to kick in, we had price swing low. So we have our high and our low, which we have here. Boom. And then price makes a lower high, which is a sign that price is getting bearish. So we have our lower high, meaning price is getting bearish. And then we have this break here, which is where your entry should have came from, right around this area. Yes, I mean, like I said, you can go back and it's definitely, hold on, right about, let me see. I think I broke it down on here, but I sent it on Instagram. But oh, matter of fact, it is on this video. So if we go to this video, I'm basically breaking it down, and that is the position that I'm in. As you can see, it's the same position that I'm breaking down to you once again. And I called this out on Instagram before it happened and after it happened. But yeah, this was the trade from yesterday, and price sold off pretty heavy. 4 hour made a lower high. So as you can see here, 4 hour made a lower high and overall dropped, making a lower low in the market. And a lot of people are getting confused of what is going on. But whenever price does this, so whenever price makes a low or a huge sell-off, and this is just because we're breaking it, it goes for buys and sells. But whenever price makes that huge sell-off, I want you guys to remember anything that happens after this is most likely a correction. The only time it doesn't become a correction is when price starts building back up. So this first move is most likely a correction, but that move down, this is really to show you that price is trying to go down, and you really want to pay attention to a lot of things. So in this case, I actually think the 4 hour is going to continue to go down, of course, because once again, it's back under that level where we've seen bearish potential. Because remember, buyers were holding at this level. So buyers are holding at this level, and price is now under that level, which means sellers are in full control as they was right here before. Because if sellers were in control below this level, that means buyers have to be here. That means buyers, because see how price sold off, but as soon as it got here, buyers kicked into the market. As soon as it got under here, look at all that selling pressure. So once price is under here, it's going to get all that selling pressure in and start selling down to these levels. So once price gets down to here, if you're watching this video all the way through, once price gets down to here, it'd be like Sai told you so. Comment like Sai told you so, or Sai was right, or something like that. Yeah, type comment Sai was right if I end up being right. But yeah. So currently, this New York session was pretty choppy. I don't like staying in consolidation trades. I only like when price is pretty much moving smooth. In the beginning, it was moving smooth. The reason why I got in this trade and the reason why I'm breaking it down to you is because the way that I trade is a three-step process. I look for indications. So the indication comes from price breaking a support level. And as you can see here, price broke that support level. So this is my indication. The correction happens in the market. Most people try to call this a retest, but if you can see that it doesn't just retest this level and then go down, there's some playing around, some movement going on there, and then price starts to break down. But as you can see here, price corrected, came up to this level and then made a high, which is something that I look for. And then that low is also something that I look for too, because really before you sell or even buy, so in this case, before you sell, you want to see some lower highs in there. So this is what I did get. Once again, I'm gonna scale in. The correction happened, but I didn't sell like most people would on this one, because normally price would give you two lower highs before it sells. So like over here, two lower highs before it sells, two lower highs before it sold off, lower high, yeah, lower high, sell off. Look, we get that break, new low, price corrects, and then it starts to build down. And then you can literally see that it's going to make two or three lower highs. In this case, this time it made two lower highs or three lower highs, and then it sold off, right? During London session, sold off, made a new low. We have a correction in the market. The correction ends up getting to a point where it stops. Once it stops, look how it builds down, and you can literally just track your internal lows and highs here. It's not really I mean, most people will say internal, but you know, just track everything on that 15-minute time frame. As long as you have the 1 hour time frame and 4 hour time frame zones, you kind of know what you're looking for. But as I said, you need those lower highs to kind of confirm that price is being bearish. You really want to just keep seeing lower highs being made. So the reason why I think price is going to keep going down is because look, lower high, you can literally just follow along. Look at this, lower high, I already got marked. The lower high, the lows are getting, I meant the highs are getting lower and lower, which is a sign that price is getting bearish. But the only reason I stayed out of this trade today is because price came to this level of where buyers were at. So you can see buyers took control of the markets and tried to push it up from this level, and they came in pretty strong. So once price got to that level, you can see it was struggling to kind of break that level and still coming in and out of that out that level. And even down here, we got a support now, right? Even at that level, we have that support. So, you know, like, I mean, sales was good for a little minute because my entry was like right here. Sales was good for a minute, and I still would be in profit now, but I just wasn't feeling it. With me, like, I have to be for the trade 100%. Like, honestly, I feel like I just can't really do like the choppiness. Like, I like when everything is smooth. So if you see the past trades that I've taken, this trade, smooth, it goes down in a trend, smooth. The previous trade, smooth, right? Smooth trends down, smooth trend downs. right? And this trade, smooth. And then we took the other trade over here, smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like smooth, smooth, like with the volume, it pushes down in one direction. Look at this. It needs to move smooth. So the days that it don't really move, those be the days where I typically you don't really see me trading. Like these days, I was able to place some trades. What is this, the 25th? What did I do on the 25th? Yeah, 25th, I was able to catch some buys, right? So smooth trades, nothing too crazy, just some smooth trades, you know? So with that being said, price didn't really give that. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow or even London session to see what price is really going to do. Overall, like I feel like everything is pretty self-explanatory. So once again, all we're doing, all we're doing is coming here, reset chart, coming here, 4 hour time frame first, right? And I'm only doing 4 hour time frame because gold looks is starting to look way better on the 4 hour time frame, right? Let's press this. This is all we need, right? So current price, we can see that current price just came off of a low. We see this is the lower high. All right, what was that last previous low? That's what I'm looking for. Boom, that swing low right there. I need that because anything under here is bearish because of that break. So now I'm aware that under this level, we have more selling potential. All right, boom, got that. This could be our potential target because price is nowhere near that yet. So boom, this is our potential target. And now I'll be looking at where price is at now. 4 hours, scale down, 1 hour, boom. Now I'm scaling in and I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay, doesn't really look like price is moving too much, but I do see that once again, price is under that level, but it doesn't look like it's moving too much. But let me scale into that 30-minute, 15-minute, see what I can see here. Boom, I'm here again. So now I got more information. The 1 hour wasn't looking too clean, so I jumped down to that 15-minute time frame. I can see that price had a level of buyers sitting here and it got pushed up, but now we're kind of sitting under that level. So I want to see if price is going to have that momentum to continue to sell for London. So then I'm gonna draw this, right? Boom, this is a lower high that I see price came up into this point, but then ended up selling off, right? So this would most likely be my stop loss level. And then I'll be looking for London's volume to kind of kick in and push price down towards these levels. So that would be kind of my setup coming into London or even New York session. And all I did was scale down from the 4 hours. So pick out the trend, downtrend, right? Really quick, really simple. What can I see? It's going down, downtrend, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, downtrend. 1 hour time frame. Can I see much? Not really, but I can still see it's a downtrend, right? Boom. Then we go to the 30-minute, 15-minute. Okay, what do I really see? I see that price is trickling down. It doesn't really look like sellers are having too much volume. So let's wait for London session in New York's volume to see if it's still under this level, because it most likely might sell off if it's still under this level. If just because you are looking for a certain analysis doesn't mean you stick with it, because most people kind of get, just stuck on one thing and they're like, okay, it's just going to sell. And they forget about all the signs that price could be bullish. So anything above these levels, so if price starts building above these levels, it can become bullish after that, right? Price starts making a support level here and start building higher highs off of it, it can become bullish, right? So it starts building and rejecting towards the downside, it can become bullish, and then we have to play that, right? So just play whatever price is giving you. It looks like sellers are starting to lose steam, but we're just going to count on that 4 hour to make that final push, because once again, that 4 hour is under here. But once again, it could make a higher low and start building back up. So it could make that high, reject to make a low, and start building back up, right? It could do that, right? But you just never know. That's why you have to continue to analyze everything and track your swing highs and lows, and then go at whatever price is showing you. Even here, boom, 30-minute looks super clean for it now, right? Boom, you can see here, price came up, made its highest high. And then it made another high, but it's lower, right? And then it made another high, but it's lower, lower. So if this one happens to break above here, price is gonna most likely become bullish. It's gonna look to reject. So what you're gonna see is boom, price is gonna do this, like it's already doing, start going up, break above here, give that indication that it's bullish, come down here, confirm the level of support is being rejected, and then start building up. And then that's when you start taking buys on that second time around. So boom, back above here, you'll start taking buys. So really, initially, that second time price comes back above, that second time it comes back above 3,295, that's when you're going to be looking to buy. But that's only if you start seeing those higher lows being made. And we're going to be looking at that on the 15-minute, 30-minute. Since we've seen the structure on the 30-minute, we're really going to use the 30-minute time frame for the setup. But that's just, ways to play around and look at what price is giving you, right? So once again, don't just be, stuck on one bias, watch out for all the signs. Right now, everything is showing signs for bearishness, but just watch out, the London session could kick in with some crazy bullish power. So you just never know, right? This could just all be a setup for anything above this level. Look at this. This is our last lower high. Price made that lower low. The correction ended up taking out this lower low and making a high. So all of this could be a correction for price to buy back later on. So you really got to think of things, right? And it could just be building up the 4 hour for a higher low just to come back up later. Because remember, all these time frames, the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, are building into that 4 hour time frame. Or it's built, or the 5, 15, 30 is building into the 1 hour time frame. All these time frames under them, under the higher time frame. So you really want to use 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, and anything coming in. So 5, 15, 30 are really supporting the future for 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. All these 4 hour candles, right? All these 4 hour candles was once 5-minute time frame trends, or different 15-minute trends, different 15-minute time frame trends, or 30-minute time frame trends. So just remember that everything is built up from the small lower time frames, which is why we find our executions, because normally everything starts on that smaller time frame, but the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame gives you overall guidance. And once again, I'm gonna say this: 4 hour, 1 hour, structure, 30-minute, 15, 5, precision, right? So you can find before, because the trend is gonna change on the 5 and 15 and 30 before it changes on the 1 hour and 4 hour, right? But you just have to know what part of the trend are you at. So right now we're actually should be on the continuation of this downtrend, because we have that lower high, and then we can confirm it by 1 hour. See, 1 hour is showing lower highs, so it could be showing signs of selling even more. But once again, now we cannot sell until we get that volume. So once you have volume, then everything starts to go into play. So once again, volume comes in from London session, which is 3 a.m. EST. If you don't know what that is, please chat GBT it. Do not comment down below. Chat GBT or Google or something, bro. Learn how to use fucking technology. Because some of you guys be asking some questions, and I'm like, bro, do they really want to be rich? Because they be asking questions that I be asking on Google, right? So New York session, London session. If you need help with sessions, just turn on sessions indicator. You can go here if you really need it. Junior FX addicts. Pivot point highs and low. You don't need that. I just use this, to be honest, when I'm bored. But yeah, so this is all you need right here. Swing highs, swing lows. Boom, turn this on. Boom, right here. Swing highs, swing lows. So we have our swing high right here. It's not really gonna mark these, because these are something you just have to identify it by the eye. But if I go to the 30-minute, oh, it still didn't mark it. That's crazy. But this is also a swing high, but it's lower than the previous one. Yeah, the 15-minute is gonna show it though. Crazy. But yeah, if it ends up selling off, just comment down below side was right. Like I said, I would sell anything in volume. So basically just come here, sessions, turn on London, and then yeah, go from there. So gold kind of moves London and New York. So just pay attention to gold around 3 a.m. EST and 9 a.m. EST. Set alerts. You see how I have this alert here? Soon as price breaks this alert, I'm actually going to sell it back down to price, because price is at a level where buyers are sitting. So if price sweeps this out, this lets me know that there's no more buyers here. And to be honest, the next level of buyers would probably be down here, because look at the level that we're sitting at now. We drag this all the way across. This is actually a level where price sold off the first time and then bought off of this level. So I can't really mistake price for stopping here, because it must be another level of buyers sitting here still from this one. So yeah, with that being said, once price breaks this level, hit to my alert, I'll probably be selling already down to price down here. But if I am right, just comment down below ICC is fire, or something nice for the accomplishment of just overall teaching you the best way to trade. Like I said, I've made over, let's see now, I've made over $9 million trading ICC, man. It's crazy. Crazy month, bro. Crazy month. As you can see, Wednesdays are starting to be smacking, bro. Wednesday was, yeah, it was starting to smack. So right around like almost $2.5 million in the past. And you can literally see first week I made like 300K, and then it doubled, and then it damn near fucking 6 times here, and then it's just been consistent. So on Friday we might end up with a $1 million trade, $2 million trade, but you can see that life has been pretty great. I mean, 93% overall, $9 million in P&L. So yeah, it's been pretty great. And yeah, I'm gonna just keep going through. I'm gonna just really keep climbing, 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 see how far I can climb. Um, but yeah, once again, also as well, my broker is Liquid Brokers. If you want to connect it to TradeZilla, it's going to be Liquid Markets because I use MT5. So once again, and I use MT5 because I have a Europe business registered, so I'm able to have access to MT5. So with all that being said, once again, love you guys and hope this video is to, just overall help you out. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.